guys, it's Julie from Plan to Create, and I shared a photo on Instagram a while back, and I wanted to just kind of show my cute little planner drawer. And Karen, I think you asked, could you do a video walkthrough of it? My actual drawer isn't going to get that great of lighting, so I'm bringing the drawer up here to my tabletop, and I'm going to walk you through the back parts first here, and then I'll go up to the fun front where all the good stuff is. So I'm going to take this out right now because primarily this little planner pouch sits on top of my desk, but I just wanted to show you that that is its little home. If I'm clearing off my desk, I need it to be gone, that's where it would go. But otherwise, this top drawer in my desk is just some of these most grabbed, used things aside from the things that are in my planner pouch. So let's walk through it. So these storage pieces I got at the Container Store. That is like heaven on earth if you ask me. I could spend hours in that store. And I just think that it's helpful for me to take a space and then to kind of subdivide it. It just makes me feel like my things have a home, and then I'm more likely to return them to that home when I'm finished with them. I have also spoken in the past about real estate. So when you assign a certain amount of real estate in your drawer, in your life, to an item, then you're not gonna have more than that real estate, right? So these are my notepads that are about this size. I'm, about that far from the top. I don't have a lot of room for more notepads, and quite frankly, I don't need more. This is plenty of scratch paper for me, so even though a really cute little release might come along that makes me want to grab another one, I really think twice, because it's like, look at my real estate. I don't have a ton left. Makes the decision easy for me. This container back here has some odds and ends from the planner spot kits, bits and pieces, some from the cloth and paper. I think I have some pocket size goodies back in here, so just smaller things. I used this cute vellum to create a cover for my A6 Hobonichi, so I could probably have another one here as a backup in case I ever need it. And I do see that there are some pockets back here as well. So basically it's kind of a brand thing. Anything extra I have of the planner spots goes there. But look at that adorable pocket. So you could put that in your sticker book and have some stickers or anywhere. I don't know why I haven't used that. Now, it was buried at the bottom of my thing, that's why. So good to dig through these every once in a while. And then the next one, I just recently added this, but it just felt like a good spot to have, obviously, this cute little notepad. So he does not qualify with the other ones because it's a different shape, of course, duh. And then, like I said, it's a really great spot to house my pouch, which I'll go into in a minute. And then this final piece is like a tray. There's a little bit, I'm not gonna turn it on its complete side, but there's a little bit of a ledge here, so it will actually sit on their planner cart. It's not really a planner cart, it's like a little craft cart, but it will sit on the top, and I've used that for a long time, but I recently did away with my planner cart. I felt like I had enough storage within my desk drawers that I didn't need the extra space there, so I moved this guy right into my drawers. And in here, I primarily keep my favorite pens. Favorite pens being like, maybe they're my tier 2 pens. Like I have my favorites already in my pen pouch or in my planners, and these are just handy to grab. So I use a lot of different pen bodies, but I always use my Uni Jetstream 0.5, maybe 3/8 ink. They're ballpoint pens, which sounds really random. I would never consider myself a ballpoint girl, but I feel like they write like gel and they do not smear. You can write and then instantly smudge and there is no smearing. So I have a different video. I'll try to link that. I think it's about the pens and how I refill them. And so I will jot that up there in the card. I recently purchased this Uni oil-based ink marking pen, and I got the smallest one I could, the 01. I think there's a 01, 02, 03, and these I use to write on the page flags. So if you try to write on page flags with a regular pen, it's kind of hit or miss. Sometimes it works for me, sometimes it doesn't, but this one is nice. You can write, and I don't know if it smears right away. No. I was scared because I haven't actually tried that for a while, but it doesn't smear. Normally you would get some smearing and it can be a little bit of a pain. This is a nice tool to have. When I write with this, I do feel like it's thicker than like the other pens that I use, so it kind of stands out, but that's okay. Sometimes a note like that should stand out. Next up, I just have a couple of mildliners. I used to be a huge fan of all the mildliners. I loved all the rainbow colors, and lately I have just found myself gravitating a lot more towards neutrals, which you have seen in my planner pages if you've been watching. This is a new one from the Neutrals set. I believe this is called Beige, Cream. This one is called Cream, sorry, not Beige. And then this one I think is just the original mild gray. This is just a little clamp. It could be in here, but it kind of gets clustered in there, so I moved it there to its own space. I have some pencil lead. And then over here you can see I just have some labels pre-printed. I subscribe to the Studio Calico monthly stamp set and then a Heidi Swapp Stamp Society. And you can see on here really faintly at the top, I just like to keep track of what month it is. So I have those labels already made. It was just easier to do a bunch at one time. So I have those for the rest of the year handy, ready when my new stamps arrive. Next up over here, you can see I have some washi. I really pared down washi. When I made the move from Idaho to Arizona, I don't know if some of you guys know that, but last fall we sold our home in Idaho and we scaled back hard, and we did it on purpose. It wasn't like a forced thing. We knew that the real estate market was really high and doing well in Idaho, and we had 2 acres of property that we did not want to maintain for the rest of our lives. We were physically fit enough to do it right now, but we were like, okay, do we keep this place and try to do this in 15 years? Like, we were kind of feeling overwhelmed by the thought of that. So we took the opportunity, and not only did we like downsize, but we downsized hard. Like, we sold all our furniture. We did not move furniture. We basically packed a little U-Haul box and brought down, you know, like our bikes were like our biggest things that we hauled. So I don't know where that all came from. Talk about real estate and shrinking. This is like the washi that made the cut. These are supplies that made the cut. So I think I should have mentioned that in the beginning, that I've really pared down. I've really tried to only keep on hand what I really need and really use. I love and I embrace that. You guys should see my closet. It's very similar. I don't like to have extra stuff just to have extra stuff. I have another drawer over there, so I can't lie. I have this washi as well. So these are some of my absolute favorites. And then I have like multiples of this one favorite over here. So I'm not really sure why these are separated because they're neutrals. They should probably be over here. But yeah, so I have 2 more rolls of this because I'm excessive. And then I have just my colorful washi are in another drawer, but I wanted to share that because I felt like it wasn't entirely true. This is not my only washi, but this is all the washi I have. So that's big. Or not big. And then in the middle here, I try to keep my clips. I don't use these as much as I used to, the cute little bow clips. These are from Felicity Jane. They're so adorable. Like, they're the perfect bow, the one that I could never actually tie myself for my child's hair. I have a clip from, oh, I don't remember, Lucy. I feel like it's Lucy something, but I don't use that a ton either. I'm into things that serve purpose and maybe not as much just into decorative items. So usually things like this serve a purpose and they're decorative and I can work with that. But lately I've just been really gravitating towards the simple. So I've been using a lot of these tiny little gold clips. They are like kind of a little fat shape. I don't know if you guys can see those. It's just a little bit different. They're a little bit chubbier, I guess I would say, than just an average paper clip. And I've used a little bit of those, and then I've used clear, you know, plain white Post-it flags like this, like these, and this. These are just super simple, and I can create tabs within my planner to find my way around. So these are a really great tool if you are wanting to add some divisions into your planner, but you're not really ready to buy dividers because you're not sure what you would even label them as. These, you know, can serve as temporary dividers in your planner. They don't add any bulk, and you might just find that these are enough. Like, you don't need the actual plastic divider, which ends up adding more bulk. So I need to kind of revisit that because I have some divider needs in my planner right now that I could potentially solve with this. So that was a good reminder for me. It's good to dig through your stuff every once in a while. Okay, and then the last little section over here are just sticky notes in the back. So I just keep really neutral ones. I have some, these are Russell and Hazel. I've always been a fan of their stuff. You'll find that at the Container Store, their brand. And these are cloth and paper. I think I have some from the Planner Spot. Something stuck here together. Yeah, mostly cloth and paper. Next, I just have these sticky notes here from the Planner Spot. These were released in one of her kits a while back. They're actually paper, not the clear, so they are nice because you can use a regular pen with these. Clearly, I didn't keep the original packaging for all 3, so I have this lodged on here with, I think, just some other page flags that I have been using. I must have like grabbed some of them to put in my planner, and these were left. But these are from Cloth and Paper, which I'll flip you through kind of what I have from them. Like, some of these are from like kits that I would have been subscribed to in the past. Some of them are attempts at matching up to my Tombow colors. I have been kind of on the market for that, trying to see if I can find some good matchups. So those are what I've found so far and what I use. And like I said, I probably took some of the ones that I felt like did match up, and I took some of them and put them in my sticker book. and then the others I left there. And then I shared a video a while back about how I added these monthly vellum index tabs. I used these in my Hobonichi. I think I used them in my Hemlock and Oak, and they are a really nice option. They look really nice. I love that font, just that kind of spaced apart, simple font. I think it looks nice and crisp. And so these were from Shop GracieEdits, or GracieEdits. So I have like an abbreviated month, and then I have the longer month options on those as well. So I like to keep those tucked away there, ready to grab if I need them. But yeah, that kind of walks you through my planner drawer. That's basically the things, like I said, these are kind of things I don't grab and work with like constantly throughout the day, but typically as I'm planning my week, I'm kind of rifling through these items. And then as far as items that I use on the daily, every day I'm plannering, right? So I'm working in my planner pretty much every day, and I'm gonna just dump out, these are the things that I use all the time. And I vacillate. These oftentimes were in that drawer, just in that front pocket, like with where the other pins were. But I felt like I like to have them out on my desk, but I like to have a place that I can contain them back to. Like 9 out of 10 times I use a marker and I lay it somewhere. I don't always stick it back into my pouch, but that's okay. As long as it's kind of close and I can tuck it away at the end of my session, that's good, just to keep things kind of tidy. But I'll walk you through here. I'm gonna kind of divvy out these items. These are just favorites. These are some old scissors that I've had for a long time. They're EK tools. I bought them on Amazon, I'm sure. And they're just a nice size. They're good for planning for small little projects, and they travel well. I've made these through like security line at the airport so many times, and I've always held my breath like, oh no, I left those in my planner pouch, and they never seem to get pulled. So fingers crossed. I didn't always use tweezers for stickers, but particularly when you're working with just little tiny stickers, it's just so much easier to grab it. Like, you know, the smaller the sticker, I think the more I rely on these guys. So now I've almost just gone to the point where I need them all the time. So I do use these a lot for stickers. I feel like I've seen cuter like pink tweezers. I used to have a really bright pink pair, but I want like a blush pink pair. If you see one out there, let me know. I haven't looked high and low, but I'm open to something besides gray. I think that this kind of gets lost in my planner pouch a little bit, so it would be cute to have a different color, but for now, it serves its purpose. This is a cute little ruler from Coffee Monsters Co. And I, you know, rip my washi with this. I occasionally use it to draw a straight line. A lot of times I just draw my own lines. I do like to have a pencil. I know I'm weird and a lot of people would freak out at that, but there's just certain things that I just feel safe penciling in, and then there are things that I feel safe friction inking into my planner. The thing about this one though is it's just a bolder, it writes out bolder than I'm used to. I use such a fine point on the regular that I just feel like this starts to look thick and it doesn't play nice with my other things that I've written. So I use this like for pre-planning things, but I would probably be more likely to just use a pencil and erase it when the time comes and a plan is solid. So I do keep both of those handy. Sometimes they're in my pencil pouch, sometimes they're in the top drawer. I'm going to the top drawer this time. And then my 4 favorite little Tombows. You guys, these are looking so well loved. You cannot see the numbers anymore, so it's like a stretch for my memory every time I pull these out. And I'm hoping I get them all right. But I know for sure that this is N89. It's like a nice warm gray. It looks very light, and it is light. If you want it to be darker, you can do a second swipe and that will darken it up. Same thing for this. 850 is a very, very light pink, so sometimes it can require that second stroke and it will darken things up. This is N79. I'm just gonna say that out loud. I will type it if I'm wrong below. And 942. So this is just kind of a nicer warm color. Really all the colors are pretty warm. I like warm colors versus cool. And so those are what's in my pencil pouch. And these are just things that I use and carry all the time. I need to have them on hand, and I do a lot of my planning here at my desk. So I have that drawer handy and I have the things handy. But if I think I'm gonna, you know, move around the house, I grab this, I grab my sticker book and my planner, and I'm pretty much good to go anywhere. I can get the job done with these tools. Anything else is kind of extra that I don't have to have. And the pouch itself is from Cloth and Paper. I just received it in a kit. I just resubscribed to their monthly kit just for fun. I go back and forth. I don't end up using all of the items that they send me, of course. That's kind of the risk you take with the kit. But this one was a hit. I feel like this is something that I really will use. I like the fabric of it and the neutral color. But of course, I think adding my little button kind of made it so much cuter. Oh my goodness, you guys, there's such a story to tell about this. I filmed all the footage of the drawer and walked through my pencil case before I left on a road trip across the country. And so we drove our kids to Tennessee, and then my husband and I flew back. And on the plane ride back, I was super excited, got my planner out, got my goodies out, and just kind of, I love to spend time on the plane uninterrupted, working in my planner. And I tucked it on the seat next to me between my leg and the seat of the airplane. And you guys, I left it there. Oh my gosh. I didn't notice until I was on the flight, boarded for the next segment and moving along, and my heart dropped. I felt sick. So I got home that evening and I have a group text with some planner friends, and I was like, you guys, I just have to share with you because I know you'll understand. And they had the idea that, oh, you should go put it on their stories that I'm in search of this pencil pouch. And I thought, oh, that's a really great idea. I could add that to my story, say, hey, I lost it. Anyone looking to sell one, I would be happy to buy it. So myself and a couple of my friends did that, and Victoria reached out to me on Instagram, and I just didn't see it right away, but she offered one, which was so sweet. Thank you, Victoria. But by the time I got back into the group chat, one of the members was like, I have one, I'm not gonna use it, I'll send it to you, Julie. So Connie, she sent this to me. It was the sweetest thing ever, and I was so happy because this was like a subscription box pencil pouch, and I don't know what it is about it, but I really like it. I mean, I've had 900 pencil pouches, but this one, I think the length of it fitting my Tombows is a really big deal to me. So, I mean, right? Like, here I am back with, this is a new one. This is not the original one. And I was able to buy a button from Sam, the Everyday I'm Plannering. I have slowly been accumulating back the things that I had left in it. I did not leave that. I did not have to repurchase this. This is just in here, but I bought a new pencil that's a little bit cuter than my previous one. I tracked down another one of these guys so I could write on my transparent page flags. And then I've gotten all of my Tombows back, and the beautiful thing is that they all have numbers on them. It's amazing. Mine were so loved and so worn that I didn't ever have those numbers, constantly going off memory, which it's only 4 to remember, but just funny, like I could get them mixed up. So that, and then I actually have been looking for something because this is a dark pencil pouch. My dark tweezers just kind of got lost in there, and I have to dig, and they're sharp. So it was like kind of a dangerous activity to be digging around in there for my sharp tweezers. So I got the cutest little set here from Anthropology of all places, but it comes with this little case, and I don't keep them in the case. I actually keep like 1 pair in my tweezers, and I have 1 pair just kind of lopped up on some storage in my desk so they're ready to use and handy. But this is really nice. Like if I were to travel, it has a really nice little magnetic closure. So I don't know, it's kind of extra. It kind of felt fun though, and I'm enjoying my new additions. So it actually almost worked out better. I got some new tweezers out of the deal and numbers back on my Tombow. So, but huge gratitude towards Connie. That was so sweet of her just to send this. I would have paid her, she would not let me. And then you guys know that I had my little ruler, the Coffee Monster Co. And funny story is that Karen, a long time ago, was the one who reminded me to like, go get it, Julie. Like I'm terrible about watching release dates for special releases in the Coffee Monster Co. If you sleep on them, then you don't get a chance. So Karen had told me, Julie, they're live, go, buy it. And I was like, okay, great, I did. So I actually messaged her back. I was like, Karen, would you help me again? I need to buy another one. Will you let me know when they are back available? And she was like, Julie, I have an extra one and I'll send it. And again, she wouldn't let me pay for it. So you guys, I just want to say thank you out loud to these ladies, Karen, Connie, Victoria, for offering. It's just such a great community, and it just gave me like all the hope in the world that our planner people are the best people. And you guys get it, like we all get it, what it feels like to like lose our favorite supplies, not just any supplies, but literally the favorites that I had gathered. So just wanted to shout out to those ladies, say a huge thank you, and then just share with you that yeah, I'm back in business. Didn't take long to get these back in my life.